IVM.
You are the most valuable investment you will ever make. Hi, I'm Zarina Poonawala, your leadership coach, life coach, and emotional intelligence coach. You probably know me from the Empowering series, and this is my new show, The Life Manifesto with Zarina Poonawala. I'm going to coach you to be the best version of yourselves. So get ready to create, attain, and manifest the life you've always desired and make it your reality. Hello and welcome to the Life Manifesto with me, Zarina, and I'm back to talk about what we left last week. We talked about the Great Resignation, and I'm sure you had the entire week to sort of understand and absorb all that information that I shared. And today I'm going to talk about what employers need to do to make sure that they can sail through this period and this change in the landscapes of employment. So please stay with me in this episode while we talk about what we can do for employees, what employers need to do, what organizations in general have to keep in mind, and what can and cannot work. Also, a couple of little pieces of advice for both sides of the spectrum. Now, although by the Great Resignation, the concern is not just the employees that have quit. In my opinion, in fact, they might be moving to greener pastures. They don't want to be hung by the nose in the name of work. And so they may have figured out the way forward, right? The bigger question actually is, what is it that employers need to do to retain, train, and sustain employees? That's the bigger question. And that's where the Great Resignation is creating a really, really large burn. Companies are going through a period of liabilities as they're losing employees of many years, and also the trained new ones, the new human resources that they have acquired. It's already hard to get new recruits, right? Leave aside the training period that they need to undergo, the gestation period, the honeymoon period, the probation. But to lose skilled pre-existing talent is massive damage for any organization. And that's what they're experiencing right now. So, what is it that companies must do in order to cope and survive the Great Resignation? Well, McDonald's, Walmart, Under Armour are some companies that have increased their wages. In fact, since the Great Depression, paid workers have seen most increase in wages during the Great Resignation. So there are companies who are increasing the regular labor wages all around. While increasing pay, in my opinion, is always the first option for any organization, which by all means is essential, right? Because everybody's looking at a higher paycheck. Everybody's looking at increasing their quality of life through a better standard of living, which obviously happens through better wages or better paychecks. But honestly, it isn't enough. I keep saying this. We are in the times of social revolution. People are interested in quality of life, but they do not want to slog in the name of a security net. They want to feel alive, not feel bound by the clutches of employment. They want to go to work because they want to, not because they need to. And it's surprising that although we've seen the worst hit pandemic in a long, long time, it's very clear to us that people are still choosing quality of life over a safety net. First off, a little bit of information for all you employees out there. Get rid of the notion of busy equals to productive. Busy people are not always productive people. In fact, busy people are not always business people. Focus on productivity over human hours. Like I mentioned, we are in the phase of social revolution, right? And the pandemic has played catalyst to that. You need to understand that the pandemic has played catalyst. So give your employees something that they look forward to. Switch or transition into a hybrid business model. Provide alternatives, possibilities, and flexibility, be it working hours or offline versus online hours. Give them something to look forward to. Create a new model if you need to. Encourage inclusivity and diversity. That's a great way to make your workplace culture wholesome again. It's been a while, and there have been a lot of changes in the past 2 years through the landscape of employment and industries, and it's time that you understand that and you make inclusivity and diversity part of your workplace culture. Revisit policies and perks for employees. Health benefits have become the need of the hour. Medical assistance for an employee and their family, insurance policies, funds and investments. Give this a hard look if you haven't already and see where you lack as an organization. If you do, it's time you actually revisit this and give your employees some better policies, benefits and perks. Reform your leadership style. Reform, restructure, reframe. Whatever is required, do it so you can sustain, train, and keep your employees with you. Invest in employee engagement and growth. Invest in mental health. Invest in coaching. And I'm not saying this because I'm selling my profession to you, although I'm very shameless about it when I do so. In my experience, as well as according to a lot of surveys, companies where the leadership is undergoing coaching themselves, they just seem to have a stronger sense of empathy, value, quality of life. They want to spend time de-stressing and balancing their personal and professional life. And in turn, they encourage the entire food chain to do so. So I think you must make coaching a mandate. Trust me, it is the way forward and you won't regret it because that is the way organizations and people's skill are going to evolve in the future. It's basically the growth mindset versus the fixed mindset, and we'll talk about that soon. My final thoughts though on the Great Resignation. With no bias at all, a piece of counsel for all you employees out there. Follow your mind, follow your heart, follow your economical and personal conditions before you make any decision. Look, there is no ideal situation, guys. So with your new job, you will also have new challenges. So keep in mind two things and focus on two things: happiness and survival. Marry them. What makes you happy and helps you to survive will help you to grow. Okay? So keep that in mind as employees. For employers though, people don't care how much you know. They want to know how much you care. So show it in your actions, in your frameworks, in your policies, in the benefits that you have, and you won't have to face the wrath of the Great Resignation. And literally, my parting line somehow perfect to the theme of this episode. Guys, do what you love and do it well. And if you don't like something, go ahead and change it. The power is within you. Thank you for tuning in to The Life Manifesto with me, Zarina. If you find the show useful, then please share it with your friends, family, and co-workers. You never know. You may just help someone become the best version of themselves. And if you want to align your life with some signature masterclasses, certification courses, and live sessions with me, go check out and download my app, Life Manifesto with Zarina Poonawalla. Available on Play Store or Apple Store. And if you have any suggestions or anything that you would like to share with me, get in touch with me on my social media handles. I am at Zarina Poonawalla on Instagram and LinkedIn, and at Zarina Speaks on Twitter. See you in the next episode.
Hey everybody, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. In the kickoff episode of Think Fast, our hosts Varun Dugirala and Suchita Salwan give you their hot takes on all things trending. Whether it's the Paytm IPO fallout, Taylor Swift's re-releases, or the latest season of Shark Tank India, do check it out. On Misconduct, Raghavi and Nisha take us through the story of Santokh bin Jadeja, aka the godmother of Porbandar. At her peak in the 80s and 90s, her gang had over 500 registered criminal cases. Are social networks just content moderating platforms, or are they true blue publishers? Dive deeper into this debate with Siddharth on Smarter with Sid. On Marathi Khidkitun, Dr. Rajiv and Manik Deshmukh talk about differently abled people who emerged as achievers. And speaking of Varun Dugirala, this week on Advertising is Dead. He is joined by content creator and gamer Myth Path. They discuss his journey as a creator and the experience that came from it. Do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And remember, if you're enjoying this show or any of our other shows for that matter, please do tell a friend. And finally, do remember that many of our shows are available on YouTube. You can check that out by going to our website, ivmpodcast.com/YouTube, where we have a list of all of our various YouTube channels. Finally, we'd like to thank the sponsors on the network this week: Cred, Bank of Baroda, HDFC Mutual Fund, CoinSwitch, Kuber, Intel, and Oxfam India. Thank you so much for making this possible.
A wise man once said, traveling, it makes you speechless, then turns you into a storyteller.
Well, listen to such travel stories and experiences exploring India. on the Musafir Stories with us, Saif and Faiza.
Catch us on the IVM website, app, or wherever you get your podcasts from.